Swastiastu. Good morning. Thank you for the time that given to me. My name is Ida Yumadi Casya Pramanandiani, but you can call me Dewi Casya. In this video, I would like to explain about the utterance sentence, prosody, and non-verbal communication. First is utterance and sentence. The three incidents certainly have something in common, but they also have clearly differ in that they suggest distinct goals and are open to interpretation based on the various circumstances and parties involved. We read an utterance in quote marks when it's distinct from the three speech events shown above. Like I'm hungry, spoken and utterance is a unique occurrence that occurs at a certain time and place, involving at least one person, the one who creates the utterance, but usually more people. An utterance only occurs once, a spoken utterance occurs, and unless it is electronically recorded. Written utterance is intended to endure for a little amount of time, as in the situation of shopping list, for example, or for a very long period of time, in the case of book. The context of an utterance include the time and location, the person involved, their histories, their relationship with one another, and what they understand about one another. In addition to the sentence content, we can refer to all these situations as the physical word of speech. Utterance is less abstract or concrete. It's something physical as move up that are more abstract. This is something you cannot hear. Then an utterance really is just any act of uttering that speaker perform. So we can say uttering basically that you are saying something, and now it is the convention that we indicate an utterance by using two quotation marks or single quotation. For example, like ouch, my dog, yeah, I had apples. This is very interesting. I like apples. For in the Hinduism, like mendap jegek saja, you know. Next is prosody. In speaking, a failing melody signifies that speaker is certain of what he or she is saying, and the statement is given with finality. It displays speaker control, as Alan points out. Prosody is the first skill of language, possibly the most of important. It starts before we even speak. We start to feel the rhythms and the intonation, the musicality, the volume, the length, even before we are born. And we start to register the sound and these rhythms. Every language is slightly different prosodic structure and features it fundamental for the way we have to speak and communicate. Prosody includes stress, pitch, pausing, changing, weak sound, louder sound, longer sounds, and the musicality, intonation within sentence, intonation, and within the words. All of our spoken words have melody or intonation that we create by varying the pace at which the vocal bends in our neck vibrate. For example, like jalan san gorengan nebusan and lung san bajune. Next is non-verbal communication. In addition to what we say to one another, thought, the verbal content and prosody of spoken utterance, we may also communicate with one another in face-to-face situation by using auditory and visual cues that are not linguistic. Additionally, the tone of our speech or the way we seem may influence the way other conversation partners understand our linguistics. The voice can also be used in various ways that we are not language or sign related as component of spoken utterance. These include vocal qualities that are the vocal but not oral, such as comparative, loudness and softness of the voice, a high or low pitch, the modulation of pitch from the near monotone to an overstated rising and falling. A nasal quality, rapsy sound, and tempo of speaking, rate at which a whole utterance is delivered, or the relative timing of syllables, among others. For example, like the index finger of one hand point at someone, and the hand is moved up and down 3 or 4 times with deliberate motion, like shaking a finger at someone. The fist with the knuckles down moves up and down the short movement, knocking at something or as if, like knocking the wood. And shoulder are moved up, upward and down again, and possibility repeated like this one. And hands are clasped across each other, palm against a palm, and forward move back and forward. This gesture can be executed in front of oneself or even one's head, or shaking hands with oneself. And hand is held on the stomach, palm, and the hand makes a circular movement like we use it when we feel hungry. And the tongue moves back and forth over the lips like licking one lips. And for the Hindu is nundi, like we if you want to call somebody, that we use this gesture to touch somebody. That's it, my explanation about utterance sentence, prosody, and non-verbal communication. I'm so sorry if there are many mistaken in pronunciation or in my material. Thank you for listening and watching. Thank you very much.